Hello, people. Welcome back to the Michael Talks Football channel. A little bit of a breaking news. I'm not going to be here for too long, about 10 minutes, just to give my thoughts on Alexander Isak going to Newcastle United for 70 million euros. So we're just going to quickly discuss about the signing. It looks like it's going to happen. I think both clubs have agreed. It seems like personal terms are agreed. So I think the signing will happen. And there have been rumors at the beginning of the summer transfer window that Newcastle were intrigued by Alexander Isak, and it looks like now it will happen. And my God, what a signing for Newcastle. I know the price tag is crazy. 70 million for a guy who scored only 6 goals last year in La Liga. This and that. Anthony's going for 100 million. Nunes is going for 80 million. Look, clubs know across Europe when Premier League clubs are calling, you just raise the price, raise the price, raise the price. Because they know they will pay it. Because Premier League clubs just have the money. So is Alexander Isak worth 70 million? No. I would say around 40 to 50 million would be a suitable price for him because he's only 22 years old. He's got all the talent. He's got all the skills to score the goals, and I believe in Alexander Isak. I've been watching this guy since 16 years old at AEK making his debut. Made the big move to Dortmund. I don't think it was the right move for him. It was a bit too much expectations. Then going to Wilhelm on loan, then going to Real Sociedad. Alexander Isak is a fantastic player, and I truly believe that he will be a major part in the Newcastle project for the next 5 to 6 years. I think that's why they're making this signing, right? Callum Wilson is the striker, but they see Alexander Isak as the long-term replacement. Maybe he will get his minutes, of course, this season. He will be slowly integrated into the side, but I absolutely love Alexander Isak. So big up to everybody. Give your thoughts if you're watching this on replay of Alexander Isak joining Newcastle United. Big up to Sebastian. He's always hyped. Of course, the AEK man. Big up to Samuel. Big up to Daisy. Big up to Radical as well. It's nice to see you guys here. Big up to Hans Verse. And yep. Okay, so quickly we're going to look at the article that was written in the Athletic by David Ornstein. It says here that Newcastle United have agreed a deal to sign Alexander Isak from Real Sociedad. This deal is worth in the region of £60 million. So 71 million euros for all us Europeans. And the striker's move to St. James's Park is now thought to be imminent. The move will see the 22-year-old Sweden international become Newcastle's record signing ahead of Bruno Guimaraes, who joined the club from Lyon, and Joe Linton, who moved from Hoffenheim. Anything more interesting here? Yeah, Isak has been linked to Arsenal, and is regarded as one of the exciting young strikers. He has scored 33 and 105 La Liga appearances since moving to Sociedad from Borussia Dortmund in 2019 and started for Sweden at the Euros last summer. In total, he has 9 goals in 37 international appearances for his country. So I'm really excited by this move. Really am, because look, Callum Wilson is a good striker, right? Injury prone, but when he does the job. Alexander Isak is an absolute beast. Now I understand. I'm going to quickly show you his stats from last season in La Liga. I know it wasn't the greatest, right? He wasn't clinical enough. He got into a lot of good positions, but that was the problem. This is before you guys think, oh, is this Alexander Isak? Yes, it is. So you see here, La Liga from last season. It wasn't the greatest season for him because the previous season he scored like what? Was it 17 goals in La Liga? And I was like, oh my God, Alexander Isak has arrived and he's going to take the next step and the next step and the next step. But it didn't go the greatest for him last year. Missed a lot of big chances. I don't know if because he had a couple injuries. I don't know if the injuries were plaguing his performances or what, but it just wasn't the Alexander Isak that many Swedish people know, many AEK fans know, and many Wilhelm fans know, and many people who have followed this guy. That wasn't Alexander Isak last year. So quickly, just look at his stats from last year. Scoring frequency, 359 minutes. That has got to drastically improve. He has to be, I would say, under 200 minutes per goal. Shots per game, 2.3. Shots on target per game, 1.1. Yeah, big chances missed, 11. That ain't the greatest. Free kicks. Look, see, this is why I like Alexander Isak. He's a very versatile player. And even though he is quite tall, aerially, he's not the greatest. His heading ability is not the best. That's my big problem with Alexander Isak. He should be much more stronger in the air, much more of a physical presence, but he loves the ball to feet. He loves to run in behind. He's basically kind of like Erling Haaland, where he wants to run in behind the defense, receive the ball, but also his link-up play is very, very good. But if you're just going to cross it into the box for Isak, that's not his game. He wants the link-up play. I think with him and Alain Saint-Maximin, that is going to be scary for a lot of Premier League defenses as long as Alain Saint-Maximin can continue these performances that he showed over the weekend against Kyle Walker, because my God, he was great. Assists 2, touches 25.1, big chances created 7. So he's a very versatile player. You have to just understand that. Good with passing. He has a lot of good ability. Let's actually, you know what, here. I'll show you guys right here. So basically, this is like a stat where they can compare the two players. So let me get Callum Wilson here. If it wants me to, of course. There we go. So we can compare the two players. So attacking-wise, Wilson is in the blue. Isak is in the green. Isak has better creation, better defending. That doesn't really matter. Tactically, yes. Technicality, yes. And attacking, Callum Wilson is just slightly better. So, look, I think it's going to be an amazing signing. I just hope he can stay healthy, because he was very, very injury prone in the 18-19 season at Dortmund. But then he stayed healthy, was great at Willem, great at Real Sociedad his first two seasons, excuse me. Last year was a little bit of a difficult season, but I believe in Alexander Isak. There is a serious player there. He just needs to be consistent, and I don't think he's a striker where he needs many chances, right? He doesn't need 5 chances to score a goal. He can score a goal from 2 to 3 chances as long as he receives the ball, right? He can't be like Dusan Vlahovic over the weekend where he only gets 9 touches. Allegri ball. You're not going to get the greatest out of Isak in that department, but I love this player. I will praise him all the time until he proves me wrong and that he isn't really that guy. Alexander Isak is that guy. And look, he scored over the weekend against Barcelona. A little bit of a lucky goal, but still, sometimes as a striker, you need your luck. And he was there in the right position, a little bit of deflection, and it went to the back of the net. So I think for Newcastle, yes, you're spending a lot of money, right? I think this is the best striker you can get. Yes, there's Gonzalo Ramos that you could have gotten from Benfica, but I think Alexander Isak is that guy. Much better than Chris Wood, who you paid 20 million for. I know you probably I don't know if this was Newcastle's strategy. Of course, they needed a striker because Callum Wilson was injured at the time. But you weaken Burnley, you help yourself out, and then look at the run that they went on. It wasn't because of Chris Wood, but he could have been a little bit of a part of that. So it is a lot of money. I think he wasn't going to stay at Real Sociedad forever, and I think Real Sociedad understood that as well. Obviously, this is not finalized. I'm just talking into its existence because I think this will happen. This deal. I understand this is a lot of money. At Real Sociedad say, we can't deny it. 70 million euros for a guy who wasn't the greatest last year, but has fantastic potential. Yes, it's potential, but he has shown it in various moments that he can be that guy. Really, buddy? My dog's going crazy, guys. Excuse me if you hear that. But let me go through some of your comments quickly before I head out. Aiko will get 13 million for this transfer. Wow, you guys are money. Big up to Palomo. He says, big up, damn, it's my birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Palomo. I hope you have a great day. He says, so this streams feels like feels like a B-day. Hey, Palomo, happy birthday, bro, and hopefully you have a great day today. And enjoy the birthday, bro. Injuries last season, very true. Isak wasn't that good last season, agreed. And I think it's a good move, but he can do much better if he leaves Real Sociedad. And I don't get the concept of people complaining about the transfer fee. It feels like it ain't coming out of your bank account. No, look, exactly. Abdullah, look. Liverpool spent 80 million on Nunes. Manchester United are going to spend 100 million on Antony. Now, do we all think that they're worth 80 million and 100 million? No. So don't worry about it. Look. He's 22 years old. He might be worth 100-something million in, like, let's say 5 years. Could be possible if he can show his potential on a consistent basis, and that they can kind of build the team around Isak. They kind of maybe they see him as the centerpiece for that, but I think it's ludicrous people criticize. And look, it's people are always going to criticize. Oh, you paid this much for this player. You paid this much for this player. Why'd you pay so much? He's not worth it. Come on, man. It's football fans nowadays. They have always something to complain about. Big Up the Dog says Newcastle mean business. Oh, indeed they do. Indeed they do. Sounds like he'll be top tier if he improves his finishing. Oh yeah, he has to be clinical. He must be clinical. That's the only word I have with Isak. If he's not clinical, he might struggle. And obviously that's going to be the case for a lot of strikers, but he's still young and he is strong mentally, but I wonder if there's just a little bit of weakness where, okay, if he misses a couple chances throughout, if he goes 3 games without scoring, the crowd get onto him. But Newcastle fans seem like very much, they're behind their team no matter what. Any success is going to be great now for the next couple of years, but expectations will rise each and every year. No, I will not. That is a charity game, but shout out to Barcelona City. Maybe it's Bernardo Silva derby. No worries, Paloma. No worries, Paloma. And still watching UCL qualifiers today? Yeah, I will. I'm not too sure if I will do a watch along for that because I have some stuff to do. But if there is, just have your bell notification on and just keep up to date and see if I will go live. You're trying to get Newcastle to buy everybody. Big up to Delta says Newcastle in a few years could become one of the best teams in the world. Oh no, definitely. They have a structure. They know what they're doing. Building well. They have a good manager. Newcastle will be serious in the next couple of seasons. Right now, no. But Newcastle are slowly approaching. They just need to build from the back, which is their defense. Build with youth, what they have with Isak and Bruno Guimaraes. I think they still need a right winger. That's I think vital for Newcastle. Because look, Almiron showed over the weekend. Yes, he got the goal, but he keeps missing chances and chances. So Newcastle are doing great business, and you can't obviously look. They have money, but they're not spending. I mean, obviously, except for this transfer, they're not spending crazy amounts. No, they're not. And also be able to watch more of Isak if he goes to the Premier League, like most people. To be honest, yeah, exactly. You get to see the wonderful talent of Alexander Isak. And wait, is it confirmed? Well, look. I'll just quickly show the article again from David Ornstein of The Athletic. So when David Ornstein speaks, it's usually going to happen. And he says here that the Newcastle have agreed a deal to sign Alexander Isak from Real Sociedad. And then I think Fabrizio Romano confirmed that the personal terms are agreed. So it looks like it's going to happen. It's just a matter of here we go or whatever you want to say. Things are happening. Whatever you want to say. And Aiko builds amazing talent, sells for a lot of money. Now I wonder what we will do with the 13 million. Yep. And Newcastle to win the League Cup or FA Cup maybe this season. Hey, that's very much a possibility. I think that would be... Look, when was the last time Newcastle won any silverware? I wish I could know this off the top of my head, but I do not know that. So let me quickly check. Because if they win any silverware, that is, they're building something and that gets the crowd on their side. So the last time they won the FA Cup was 1954-55. Holy cow. I mean, they did win the UEFA Inter Toto Cup in 2006. I mean, if you want to count that, you can count that. I guess you can somewhat count it. And they've never won a League Cup. Wow. 1955. That's how long they've waited for any silverware. Hey, man, if they win any sort of silverware this season, that's going to be a big, big year for Newcastle United. Please, man, like watching games with. Hey, of course, Daisy. I'll see what I can do. I got a life as well. This is why I'm only here for probably another 5 minutes. So if you have any other thoughts of Isak or if you have any questions about Alexander Isak, feel free to ask right now because I do know the player quite well, to be honest, and I just love him. Anthony. Oh, is it? Oh boy, we might have to go live for that as well. Is it seriously? Is that confirmed, Hans? Let me quickly look. Boy, oh boy. Everything's going now. Everything's happening. I don't see anything here, Hans, with Anthony yet. So it might happen soon. It's inevitable. I don't think the player wants to play at Ajax anymore, which is kind of sad. I think Ajax have given him a great platform, and you know what? He just wants to go to Manchester United so badly, and Ajax are like, all right, we have to let you go, but we need to find players that will help keep us going there. Did he tweet it? I didn't find it, Hans. Is it the troll account? Is it the troll account? Because I don't see it here. AS Roma, okay, that's fine. Milik, David Moyes. If anybody has that tweet, send it to me on Twitter. Okay, so do you think Isak could debut versus Wolves and could he do something versus Liverpool at the stage of... Oh, God, man. Alexander Isak against our Liverpool's defense. This Liverpool defense at the moment scares me. Very much scares me big time. Oh, yeah. I don't think... Look, it's not confirmed or anything yet, Sebastian. There's no here we go. So, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, what the hell's going on with my dog? Big up to Elias, how you doing? Eric says, football is so broken with these insane fees. I know, Eric. Look, it's just... What can we do, Eric? It's the way football's going at the moment. The beautiful game hasn't been beautiful for decades, but we're all going to watch the World Cup and pretend. All right, I understand, Eric. I understand, Eric. I understand your feelings. And Maccabi Haifa qualified. Yes, they did. I don't know how I will feel if Isak scores, neither do I. Newcastle have already agreed. Yep, I already saw that. So, look, I think it's inevitable that this move will happen, and Real Sociedad, you're going to miss a great player. You got the money, though. It's great for Great for Real Sociedad. Do not be surprised if Griezmann goes back there. That could be a shout. Obviously, his former club. And Newcastle, I think they have a fantastic player in their hands. Yes, it will not be at the moment where he's going to score 15 to 20 goals in the Premier League, but over time, he's going to keep increasing the tally, and look what's going to happen. I think he will be a great player. I think he will be. It's just going to take a little bit of time. 90 million though, is coming through, even though I don't think he's worth it. Look, Elias, I agree. I don't think he's worth that money either. But you could say the same thing about Anthony. Is he worth 100 million? Is Nunes worth 80 million? The thing is, and I'll say it again like I said it earlier in the stream. The clubs around Europe understand the Premier League teams have money. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna have the starting price way over in the inflation. Because we understand that, okay, they have money. If we just keep on rising and just be stubborn and say, oh, we're not going to sell for this price until we, and they know the price they want to sell at. But they're just going to be hesitant and just wait for the Premier League clubs to come with a better offer. So European clubs are being smart, but it's just crazy the amount of money. Absolutely crazy. It's not even the Premier League. It's the Super League at this point. And Anthony to Man United for 100 million, that is insane, my friend. I agree, Daisy. I agree. But guys, I'm going to head out right now. Remember to smash the like button if you haven't done so already. We already hit 15, so that is fantastic. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And if you have any further thoughts of Alexander Isak joining or looking like he's going to join Newcastle United, please let me know in the comment section down below. Love this signing. Great business for Newcastle, and let's see what happens in Kulusevski. Oh, yep, all the Swedes. And yeah, that's true, but it doesn't help the other top 5 leagues. No, it does not. No, it does not. All the other leagues are struggling big time. Very much big time. But let's see. I mean, Premier League sides haven't won that many Champions Leagues in the last decade. Or Europa Leagues. Just saying. But anyways, adios everybody. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. And remember, hit the like button. Maybe see you later tonight for the watch along of the Champions League qualifiers. Adios everybody.